Alright, greetings, friends and esteemed adventurers. Welcome back to part 2 of Demigod Conjurer. In the last episode, we almost died a couple times. So in this episode, we're going to try not to die a couple more times. That's what I'm going with. Okay, moving on. I had this thought process in my head of like, do I want to keep this hunting sling? And I think the answer is yes. Simply because it may be. I'm having trouble foreseeing an issue where we wouldn't want to just magic dart, but it's possible. So inventory, might as well. Or inventory is just not that big a deal. Take fighting just to like 5. I'll probably take it higher, but I want to regroup from that. So what's the range on Force Lance? Okay, so we need to go one more. Alright, let's do that. Bam. Cool. Alright, so Force Lance seems to be doing pretty well against ogres and the like. We'll go ahead and use our Dagger of Holy Wrath here. This is actually where I could see a sling being useful on something that I don't really plan to use a lot of mana to kill. Okay, bullfrogs can hit pretty hard, but our Searing Ray should pretty well just take care of it. And everything else. Okay. Ooh, a centaur. We don't really have anywhere to line of sight this. How much health does he have? 22, so quite low health. We should be able to just kill him with an IMB, and we've done it. I like Force Lance. That's kind of fun. Let's go ahead and memorize Fulminate. And actually, if we're going to be using a lot of Force Lance, let's turn off fighting and get a little bit of T-Lock. Just like 2. The last thing we want is to really want to be relying on Force Lance when it's got a 16% chance to fail. So getting 2 ranks won't take very long at all. Okay, and we found another duplicate scroll. Go ahead and enchant our Dagger of Elec, and we'll actually do that again. I don't foresee finding a better weapon for quite a long time. And I'm quite happy to enchant up a Dagger of Elec. In fact, there's something to be said for enchanting that to like +9 and then getting some short blades training. And since we do have some stealth, if we find the enchanter book, we may decide to go kind of like a stabber. Now stabber is pretty difficult without god support, because you need a way to deal with things that you can't stab. But I feel like we should be okay. It'll be just a tool. It's not going to be what we rely on for the game, if that makes any sense. So, I don't know. We'll kind of wait and see. Depends on what the dungeon gives us. It hasn't given us any evocables yet, which is a real bummer. I was hoping to train a little bit of evocations, or at least have a reason to train a little bit of evocations. Again, just to, you know, have another tool in our toolbox. Let's go ahead and try Force Lance. Okay, so that does pretty good damage. Quite a bit of mana if it's not going to one-shot whatever we're fighting. Alright, so we finished D7. Okay, there's nothing else I want there. Okay, so after we train fighting, we'll probably switch to hexes and just get Fulminate. Good to go. And how are we doing on power on these? Pretty good. I'll have to look at spell power, but oh geez. I'm imagining that two-headed ogre sauce. Okay, I'm imagining that T-Lock and Conj contribute equally, right? I can't get the meat without the ogre. I can force lance though. Okay, good. That was really risky. I shouldn't have done that, but it was kind of a curiosity. Okay. We have quite a bit of int, which we probably want more, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some dex this round. Because we are using a short blade that will increase our stabbing damage if we do want to stab things. It also gives us a little bit of accuracy and a little bit of EV. And I'm kind of thinking that 23 int is plenty for the time being. So, let's go ahead and IMB. We should be able to kill like all of these jackals. Yep. Okay. Wand of Digging. Dang it. We did find another enchant weapon, so we'll go ahead and enchant our dagger again. Ooh, killer bees. Okay. We don't have any art poise, so we're gonna go hexes. We'll take that just to like 2, just like T-Lock. Alright, and now we'll let some bees line up for our Scorching Ray. A ghost, and it's a Minotaur Berserker. With a weapon of flaming, can hit for up to 11. Okay, we're not going to be able to kill that, at least not safely. The two-headed ogre presents a challenge as well. We are at a stair, so we can probably try. Try to hit him with a force lance while he's against the wall. This is what we grabbed Holy Wrath for. Okay, we're doing nothing. Let's not sit here and waste our time. Okay, so we have a pretty challenging D8 in store. Let's go ahead and fulminate there. We'll go ahead and eat. We'll just try to unload damage into this two-headed ogre. Now let's knock him back. And we've got him. Oh, that was awesome. And we got almost 5 ranks in hexes for that. That was great. Okay. Let's get some dodging. It's really cheap right now. We'll take that to 5. Okay. Awesome. We probably could have figured out a way to like park that ogre somewhere. We could probably use Force Lance as a parking mechanism, just to, we could like take something up the stairs, assuming it can't just one-shot us. Take it up the stairs, Force Lance it away, and go back down. It's a pretty viable option as long as you're not doing that amongst a group of enemies. Another enchant weapon. Cool. I feel a little better about trying to go stabbing with this dagger. And I've won an enchanter, so I'm pretty comfortable with that playstyle. Wand of Flame, that's, I mean, it's got some uses, but again, not the evocable I was hoping for. Wand of Polymorph, same deal. Lamp of Fire, that's better. This game's been kind of interesting. In a lot of ways, it's been really generous. We do have some, we have all of our auxiliary slots full except helmet. We have a pretty decent robe. We have a dagger of Elec. But in other ways, it's been really stingy. We have very few evocables, no amulet, very few rings. So, such is the way of Crawl, I guess. Use what you get. Go ahead and ID our potions. Might. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock him back. And then go ahead and Searing Ray. Just don't want to take too much damage when we have Fulminate Prism to work with. Not Fulminate. Force Lance. Okay. A Jelly. Relatively scary. We could be corroded, but max range, that's fine. I'm going to go for a stab on the Hungry Ghost, and then I'm going to switch to a Dagger of Holy Wrath, because the Hungry Ghosts are undead. 2 Potions of Haste, that's quite good. If we make it to Lair, then it'll be the farthest I've ever made it on a Demigod, which would be really cool. And now we're in trouble. Stone Arrow, resistant to Elec. But I think I read that Force Lance works really well against flying enemies. So we're going to try that. That does work really well. Okay, and then let's put a Fulminate here. Yeah. Okay, so we should have this. Because once he gets in range again, we can just Force Lance. Okay. We don't quite have enough mana to deal with that. We probably do, we just need to get a couple lucky rolls. It might be good to Searing Ray instead of yeah, it may be good to Searing Ray instead of Magic Dart. Magic Dart's probably not doing quite enough damage. A Deep Elf Fire Elementalist with a Weapon of Elec. Okay, has quite scary. We have no RF. Quite scary spells. Don't have a great way to deal with this. We could potentially Might and just try to kill him, but I think that's a bad idea. I think trying to fight that is how I end up dead. Okay, a Troll. These are giant, which means that we should be able to hit him pretty well with Force Lance, or just IMB because I hit the wrong button. Alright, Josephine, the Decaying Necromancer, has Ghostly Fireball, which is a fireball that drains, as well as Vampiric Draining. So that could be relatively scary. Can we polymorph her? Unlikely. Okay, we need to think for a second because, well, alright, yeah, so we need to think. The problem is if I just go to the stairs, the other 2 downstairs are pretty dangerous with that gargoyle. But Josephine's pretty dangerous as well. There's a good chance there are going to be some wraiths with her that slow us down. We only have about half of our mana. Okay, I think it's worth going for the stairs, because we have half our health and half our mana. Now we can go back down. We can take a wraith up. We can deal with it by itself. I lied. Well, it's flying, so we can try a Force Lance. Okay, that's doing really good damage. Okay. Let's get some Short Blades. We'll take Short Blades again just to like 5. That was actually a really difficult battle. And there are 2 more Wraiths likely with her. So we have Holy Wrath on. Let's close the door. We'll eat. We'll yell a little bit. And it looks like she's gone away. Okay. Okay, there she is again, except she hadn't seen us, and neither have the ghosts or the wraiths, so we're just gonna turn and walk away. I think this is a battle we can deal with. We just have to take it carefully, and we have to deal with things as much one-on-one as we can. Ooh, a translucent trident. I'd like to ID that. Okay. Don't like how far away she is from the stairs. However, it looks like that gargoyle has wandered quite a bit. Okay, there's our gargoyle friend. Let's get another idea. Immune to poison and negative, and resistant to elect, so our dagger is useless. Not that I would want to use my dagger against him. Only 27 HP though. Can I just blow him up? One would think we can just kill him. Okay. Cool. I was a little worried about using IMB there because it does make quite a bit of noise. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to blow up the gargoyle. His health is... he doesn't have great health. We'll take him up. Because then I'm gonna force lance him and try to park him. I mean, I guess I don't have to. There, he's parked. Okay, cool. Is that same deep elf? Yeah, 50 HP. That's gonna be a challenge. I greatly prefer not to tackle that challenge if I don't have to. Okay, a bunch of whites. This is probably okay. We have Holy Wrath. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and knock them back. Searing Ray. Then hit him with some Holy Wrath. That's not working. Okay. Hopefully we didn't get drained too hard. That orc has a scythe. That's badass. I've never seen an orc with a scythe. I mean, I guess I'm sure I have, but that's not conjuring up a memory right now. That's so good. You knock him back. Okay, there's Josephine. And she's at max range. Okay, so let's think. But I was saying it's so good. You knock him back and then make him walk through your searing ray to get to you. We could use Lamp of Fire here. Is she resistant to fire? Or susceptible to it? Neither. Okay. It has quite a bit of HP. Dang, this makes me nervous. You know what? Nope. I don't have anywhere to run. And she can just pelt me with fireballs while I'm running. I may just try to leave her here. So Phantom we could deal with Holy Wrath, or they are not resistant to Elect, which I find kind of interesting. I kind of would have thought a Phantom is resistant to Elect, but they're not. So you can deal with them pretty well via a weapon of Elect. Alright, I don't want to deal with that ghost either. This is why we train stealth. I try to train a little bit of stealth on almost all of my casters. Okay, this is where we need to think a little bit. I think the plan here is to pull the white into the room and close the door. Yeah. Oh, they can open doors. Mistakes were made. Are they resistant to elect? No. Okay. I'm actually going to quaff Might here. And I have a good reason. The reason is basically that Might on a caster has very little use and not a lot of strength. And so if I can find a situation where I really want to use it, that gives it a whole lot more value. And I'm dying. Oh boy. Let's do this. Okay, we killed him. That's good. And then let's teleport. Because that really sucks. I took quite a bit more damage than I had anticipated. Okay, we killed them both, and we're about to telly. There we go. Good. Yeah, that greatsword hit me really, really hard. So even though we were mited and we were able to do quite a bit of damage output, it wasn't going to be enough. Which is fine. I mean, that's just part of the game. So let's go ahead and knock him back. That didn't work. Do that again. And one more time. There we go. Okay, so we've dealt with the whites. We can't deal with the ghost, at least not in a real safe manner. Same with Josephine. I have a feeling once I get Josephine by herself, aka no wraiths, it'll be fine. I'm gonna close the door. I'm actually gonna go for a stab here because I can just knock him back into the wall if he wakes up. Yep, like that. Okay. Dang it, that ghost. And have we found our lair yet? Nope. So it's either in there, which I rather doubt, or it's on D11. Both options are not great. I'm going to go ahead and close this door behind me. Oh man. Okay, the Cyclops can hit me really hard. I can also hit it really hard. So let's do this. Let's try to... I think I can creep around it without being in its line of sight. I was mistaken. Now, one kind of good thing is they have a limited number of large rocks. So if we hang out in here... Let's yell a bit, but I don't think they can hear me through the walls. Hopefully it's out of large rocks, which means that we can kind of kite it with Force Lance. Yeah, it looks like we are getting some kiting action. Oops, I forgot they can open doors. Not a smart man. Oh, I and B worked out well. Okay, we don't have very much mana left, so let's do some kiting. I just tapped my mouse, which means all my ports just died for about the next 15 seconds, so hold on. My keyboard and mouse are both dead. But the plan here is just to kite this Cyclops around until we get a little bit more mana. But I think we should have it. I don't think the rest of this should be that big a deal. Which is pretty cool, because that's worth a ton of experience. Now the fact we haven't found a single book yet, rage. Hello? There we go. He may just die with a Force Lance. Let's try it. We can kill an adder. That's fine. Let's try an IMB. Oh, we don't have enough mana for an IMB. Now let's try an IMB, because that's a bit of a nuke. Yeah, good. Okay, so Short Blades has hit our goal. Now, a couple things to think about. We have no more poise, which means I want either two things. I either want health, or I want to not be hit by the things that are going to poison me. So the question is, do I want stealth or do I want dodging? I don't know that I have the answer. Let's get some stealth. We'll take that to like 7. We've got some bonus stealth from our cape, or from our cloak, which means, I guess we'll put this on. If it's a cloak of temperature, then it's better. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'm thinking like we have some bonus stealth from our cloak, which means that we should be able to sneak up on most things. Alright, Steam Dragon, do you have any resistances? Just Steam. Okay. You also have pretty low health, so that should be a pretty easy stab kill. I wish you would drop to your scales, but that's okay. I understand. We have a ring for this. We'll go ahead and put on our ring of ice. Or we'll just stab him. That works too. We'll take off our ring of ice. Same as I mentioned previously. Leaving a ring of ice on is how Andrew dies. I don't love that I have to do D11. Oh, and that's basically why. Let's X him off. We can't run from that. I mean, we kind of can because of Force Lance, but a wand of paralysis. That's so good. It's only 3 charges, but we're gonna make it work. I'm actually considering putting some evocations training in for that because I'm thinking crap. It's for 22, it's got 66 health. This actually may not be all that bad. If we fulminate there, it'll blow up there. Blow him up with some IMB. Let's knock him back. This isn't working. Oh god. Okay. This is where we're gonna quaff Might because we have to fight him. We can't run. Okay. Anyway, I'm thinking for the big dangers, Hydras, etc. It's not gonna. Oh, that's a Staff of Conjuration. Paralysis isn't gonna do anything, but like on a spiny frog that I can't run from, and that's gonna poison the shit out of me. Decent chance of Wand of Paralysis is gonna save me. We need to eat. Yeah, Searing Ray does pretty well against bees. They have low health, so conjurations in general do pretty well against bees. Do I have wands that really dictate training some evocations? Not really. Only 3 charges of paralysis. That's really weak. Okay. So let's think for a second. Those demonologists are both going to overwhelm me with demons. Well, duh, because they're demonologists. The rest of this room is worthless. The rest of this room doesn't do anything. So that's good. One valid option would be a kill hole. The only problem there is we're then stuck fighting whatever comes, which means any summons we're probably going to have to end up killing. So let's try to back up. I don't think this is going to work, but let's put a prism there. I think they're just going to kill it, but we may as well try. And can that Red Devil, is he faster than me? No. Okay. So let's try this. Let's put on Holy Wrath, and we're just going to try to kill. Oh, that did work. Okay. Same thing. Wow. Okay. That was totally unexpected. I did not think that was going to be successful. But when we did so much damage to just with one of them, we kept going. I thought I was going to have to run, but cool. Alright, so Fulminant does great damage. That's good to know. I think Fulminate's such a cool spell. This is... I think there's no way. He has way too much health, and we're going to get surrounded by ice beasts. And I'm going to have to find out about... please get knocked back. I don't know. Oh, it's... God, I'm terrible. That wasn't working because... Yeah, I know why that wasn't working. It's because I would knock him back and then he'd walk back to me in the same turn. Anyway, people don't like Fulminate because it takes time to go off and you have to place it and the enemies can kill it, etc. But I think it's such a cool spell. Like if we put a Fulminate here and just walk away, it's going to blow up on him. Then we can finish him off with some IMB. We'll close that door just so we can get a chance to rest. And we will take both your Ringmail and your Staff of Conjurations. It's actually I do the Ringmail because if it's awesome, it's not. I was going to say if it's awesome we'll use it, but that's pretty mediocre. But a Staff of Conjurations, it increases the power of our conjurations, so that's probably worth using over our dagger, at least for now. That is so much nonsense. Okay. I'm gonna come at that from another angle. The Quasit's faster than me, so we'll just go ahead and take him out. Yeah, IMB. Pretty strong. Cool. What is he wielding? Do we know? Whip of Draining. Okay, so I do want to just kill him before he gets to me. Shoot! Finar has awoken. That's really bad. Because that means we're going to either have to fight Finar or try to get away. Because I think full-on fighting Finar is unlikely to be successful. I mean, we do have quite a bit to help deal with it, but I just don't see it. It's Fulminate. Oh, shoot. I was hoping... I didn't realize that Fulminate... I thought Fulminate made noise once it went off. So let's do this. We'll put a Fulminate... here. Ow, that hit me really hard. That was a mistake. My bad. And now I'm in a good bit of trouble. Do I have enough mana to kill the priest? Nope, I don't necessarily have enough mana to kill two priests either. Poly? That's not a whole lot better. Let's teleport. Yeah, this is better. I didn't realize that we could poly an orc priest into a swamp drake. That's no good. Because we can deal with an orc priest. Just two of them when we were at half health and almost no mana is just a recipe for dying. Wait, didn't I say stealth? Yeah, I just wanted to take stealth to 8. Okay. So let's turn off stealth, because that's probably good enough. I probably don't need, well, spell casting. Yeah, let's get some spell casting. Take that to 6. Oops. That's going to give us just a little bit more magic to work with. It's 20 magic. Oh, crap. How did you not see me? Oh, you did. Damn it. How do we not know where our upstairs are? Okay, we need to put on our Ring of Ice before we just die. And I'm going to try to do some awkward kiting. With our stealth level, we should just lose him. Yeah, okay, good. What's invisible? Do we know? Likely to be an unseen horror, because nothing went invis when it saw us. It was already invis. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and IMB on the priest. Yeah, it's definitely an unseen horror. And then we're going to go ahead and polymorph it. Not that that's better. Do we have rejuve? Or not rejuve, resistance? No, we don't. Can we paralyze it? Yeah, that's an okay chance. Okay. It can bite for 10 damage and deal up to 10 extra electric damage. Okay. It's immune to elec. Okay, that's good to know. So if we're going to poke it, we're going to have to poke it with our Dagger of Holy Wrath. Well, no, that's not true. Our Dagger of elec is still +5. Okay, so it can do up to 21 damage, so if it hits us once, we're going to have to heal wounds. But it only has 38 HP. So let's think for a second, because we have 9 mana, which means we can Force Lance it plus an IMB, and we may get some regen out of the deal. So we could Force Lance it with maybe 2 IMBs, which is very likely to kill it. And our paralysis is only 46%. So let's try that. Let's hit it with an IMB. I miscalculated. IMB is 4 mana, not 3. I don't know why I always think it's 3. Okay, it's almost dead. We finish it off with some Wand of Flame. Unlikely. I'm really hesitant to try to poke it. Could go off agility. I don't know. Poking it might be the best plan. Sweet. Okay. Good. And there's our Swamp Drake friend. We have an okay chance to paralyze him. He has a pretty good chance to kill us. Let's take off our Ring of Ice. Just, again, don't want to die because I forgot that it's on. This episode's getting really long, but I think it's also a really interesting one. We've had to deal with quite a bit of adversity in this one, which is fitting for a demigod, I think. You know, we still haven't friggin' found another book. Finar would probably drop a book. Well, not probably, but decent chance to drop a book. But Finar is not something that I think I can actually kill right now. I just don't see it happening. I've almost died to Finar on like layer 6. So. Okay. What was that? There's our Swamp Drake. I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to call this episode complete. In the next episode, I hope you'll join me. And if you do, we'll go ahead and start working on the lair and see what we can do. We've not found any are poised. We've not found any shops. We haven't found any books, and we're a friggin' conjurer. So, certainly got a bit of a challenge on our hands, but we're gonna do our best. Thanks for watching.